where do we start with this, man? Again, City have shot themselves in the foot. Again, a performance lacking conviction. Again, a performance simply not good enough. And no amount of excuses can excuse that. I'm sorry. Teams as good as what Manchester City aspire to be cannot make excuses at a performance like that. There are caveats you can add, but there's so many reasons to negate those caveats that it's absolutely unacceptable to be this poor. Look, I love this club. I think it's got loads of ability. I understand all the arguments that suggest going gentle on the City side, but no, that can't be acceptable. That cannot be the standards that City hold themselves to. It absolutely can't. It can't. 2-2 today after being 2-0 at half-time away at Spurs. A Spurs side that in that first half were absolutely dreadful, by the way. City were okay in that first half, scored a couple of good goals, but Spurs were dreadful. Like, diabolically bad in that first half. To mess this up, even with the referee stuff, it's just absolutely not acceptable. And what I mean by not acceptable, I don't mean is I want blood or anything like that. I don't think these players should be, flogged in the streets. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's not acceptable by their standards. Guardiola will feel that way too, surely. And maybe it's not acceptable from Guardiola to coach this. Maybe it's not acceptable for some of these players. But for the club in general, for where they're going, even with all the excuses and all the caveats, it just isn't acceptable to mess it up that badly and be that off the boil in the second half. Like, City have to be better than that. They should be, man. Like, I know we're still second and so on, and I know all the caveats apply, and I know we're in transition, but come on, man. This isn't a decent side. This was Spurs utterly diabolical, and I'm not going to buy the whole it's hard to go away to Spurs thing. We won the last 2 games there. They'd only won 2 games at home all season. They've been diabolical under Thomas Frank. I'm not having it. It's absolutely not good enough to be that poor in a game of this of this importance with this many players and this much quality on the pitch. And there is quality. We have to be better than that, man. It was garbage. It was a really poor second half, and I think they know it deep down. Like, look, I'll do the caveats, but then I'll argue against them. Just allow me this, right? I'll give you a minute at the bottom of the screen there. See the bottom of the screen down there? That's the timer. I put it back to. I'll give you the minute caveat. See it down there. I think it's also to talk about the caveats. So there you go. You got a minute here on the refereeing. The refereeing isn't good enough. Like, I think City should have been better, but the refereeing isn't good enough. I am so frustrated by watching the referees. I'll do a minute of either point. The referees be so poor and give us decisions that are utterly mind-bogglingly just frustrating. Like, how that isn't given as a free kick for Manchester City for that first goal is diabolical. Gay clearly is fouled by Solanke. He kicks through his legs, which leads to a goal. That's a blatant free kick. And also, Haaland is absolutely dragged to the floor. That should be a penalty. Of course, Rodri should also maybe could have been sent off for 2 yellow cards. But it is fair to be frustrated by poor performances from the referees that constantly, week in, week out, affect a game. Even if the game is in a chaos state, it does affect a game. And there you go. I'll give you 45 seconds because for the next minute, I'm going to talk about why that doesn't matter. And as much as the referees are shit, we need to be better. Like, we have to be better than that, We absolutely have to be better than that. Like, it's just not good enough to still be that crap. Like, the referees are shit, but City, as a side of their quality, should be able to negate that by just playing better, by just controlling the tempo, controlling the mood. I'm sorry, but like, as good as they have been and so on, we've got the people like Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Shirky, Erling Haaland, Donnarumma, Gay. These are experienced players. Gay is an international, a captain. I know he's only new to the team, but Rodri's a Ballon d'Or winner. Bernardo Silva's won the lot. He's a captain. Haaland is one of the most, and Donnarumma are 2 of the most successful footballers in the world. Shirky is a mercurial talent. Even people like, and I'll say, look, Semenyo, ain't Nori, Nunez, blah, blah, blah. Okay, not quite the same. But they should be able to control the ball better than that. They should be able to slow things down a little bit. But, they should be able to do a little bit more. They should be able to hold our hands in the team and keep the ball and pass it around and keep composure. And then when you bring on Nico Gonzalez, who once again is new to this league, but he's still Barcelona trained, Phil Foden should come on and offer a little bit more. Like, we should be able to find more from this Manchester City side. Like, there should be an answer. Reinders should be able to do more. Like, he comes as the Serie A midfielder of the year. And I know a lot of these players are new, but like, we're not asking for much. We're just asking for not an entire capitulation against Spurs in the second half, one of the worst teams in the league this season. That isn't like, I'm not asking for a miracle here as a City fan. I think it's fair to say that, like, there is something, it's not there. It's not there. And it is frustrating to watch because I think it's fair to want a little bit more and say that probably isn't good enough. And I don't think you can even use the fitness thing because, I mean, I look at the side today, and we'll go through it right now. I mean, Rodri didn't play. Semenyo didn't play. Gay didn't play at the week, midweek. And some of these players did, of course, but some of these players have had a rest midweek. They did. Haaland didn't play, did he, have he? No, he did play, sorry, he did. But he had a rest of the weekend. Like, some of these players, we can't really do the whole fitness thing because look at the bench. You've got some depth on the bench. You've got Rico Lewis, Nathan Ake, Marmoush, Foden, Gonzalez, Reinders, Trafford. They're all regular first-team players. Then you've got only 2 kids on the bench in Elaine and McAdoo. So it's not as if, we haven't got a bit of depth there. The players that are fit can play. And it's just, and you can't even use the transition thing. I would argue the transition thing, I understand that we're in a transition, but we're still better than the Spurs, and we're still 2-0 up. I'm not asking them to win 6-0. I'm just asking them to find a way to keep their composure and be better in the second half, because every single week, not every single week, but maybe every other week, most games this season, it feels like we just disappear in the second half. And why? What is it? Joe Griffith said with the super chat there, said we can't put 2 halves together yet again. It's why we won't win the league. It's so annoying. The thing is, Arsenal are constantly opening the door, and we're just like, nah, it's all right. We're closing it for them. Come on, City. I understand these things take time. I understand we're still in a decent position given the transition and so on. So many legends have left, but it's not unfair just to want City to hold out a 2-0 lead against a really poor Spurs side. I don't think we're asking for much there. Is it too much to ask? I don't think it is. I don't think it is at all. I think City have to be better than that, And I think, right now where City are is, it's just, it's not looking too good. And I think the City side need to ask more of themselves. They need to be better because, I don't know. I think Haaland, unfortunately, his form right now is just dripped off a cliff. Haaland he's in the worst form of his career, maybe. I think that's probably fair to say. When's the last time he scored for City in the league? Okay, so I know he scored midweek, but he's in terrible form right now, Erling Haaland. He's a brilliant player, but he surely can't be happy with his form either. He looks a little bit lost. He is rarely involved. His touch is a bit all over the place. 1 in 6 Premier League games. We just need a bit more from Erling Haaland. We need an awful lot more. Brighton was a pen as well, you're right. We just need more. I don't think it's unfair to ask. Foden's disappeared a little bit. Haaland's disappeared. We're just not getting a lot from a lot of players. And without Doku and Shirky, it feels like we have got nothing going forward as well. Come on. It's just, it is frustrating. It is frustrating. I do think, I understand some arguments around certain aspects of City's malaise and whatever. But I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it is lackluster right now. It really is, and it is frustrating to watch because we did the hard bit 2-0 up. 2-0 up at half time, and I saw a lot of people saying we should be killing games off early. I don't think we need to, man. I don't think we need to kill them off that early. We're only saying that because we're insecure, but 2-0 up at half time is good. You don't have to be 5-0 up to guarantee a win at half time. We should just be able to then take the sting out of the game and keep the ball. And there's a real dip in performance and in second half to first half. I mean, the possession drops, the chances drop, teams get back into it. It feels like, a FIFA thing where people sat back. They just lean forward with the control a little bit. It feels like that's all it takes for size to find a little bit more. And yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit frustrating. I want City to be a little bit better than this, It is frustrating given the goal. The goals. What starts this swing of mentality is, of course, that scruffy goal. But I still think they should do a bit more. I still think they should do. My head's not fully clear right now, so I think I won't stay on too long on this video. I think I might leave it there because I need to get my head clear. I can hear my son just banging things downstairs. It's really distracting me. But I think the team looks a little bit... I understand there's loads of new players, but they look a little bit fractured. And I don't know, and I do wonder. Yeah, I mean, the first half was okay, I think. And I think obviously Spurs came out better. And we started to get the second half asleep. Like, what is going on? I'd love to know from an expert, like a tactics expert. I'm not the guy, but what is going on in the second half? Like, honestly, after second half, we just don't turn up. Like, we've conceded 3 times as many goals in the second half as for the first half. 3 times as many goals. It's like, if teams come out a little bit more fired up, they get at us. Like, can we not come out? Are we trying to come out in the second half composed and failing? If so, just come out in the second half blood and thunder instead. Like, I don't know what's going on, but whatever we're trying in the second half just doesn't work. Teams are just getting in our faces, and it's enough. And it's not like they're being cuter or smarter. They're just being more aggressive, and that's enough. And we can't handle it. Like, what is it? Can we not just come out in the second half fired up and just willing? Can we not just, like, I want the City to come out and just kick people in the second half. I don't know what it is. Just take some yellows. Kill the game. I don't know what it is, but the second half... the Spurs, it's not hard. It's not hard for teams to get at us, and I don't know what's going on there. I mean, the first half was okay. The first half wasn't great, but it was okay. I thought we scored a nice goal, and then Spurs did kick us to bits a little bit, tried to kill the game, get niggly and so on. We scored a decent... The second goal was a great finish from Semenyo. We had a poor game, by the way, Semenyo. Really nice goal. Scored 4 in 5 now. Could have been 5 in 5. But he was just all over the place, unfortunately, other than that. But yeah, the second 2-0 up, at that point, you've done the hard work. Just play their game. Just disrupt and destroy. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe does Nico come on at half time and everyone just kicks and sits back and defends deeply? I don't know what it is, but can we not just spoil? But whatever it is, it's just too easy to get us, and we can't keep the ball. And if we can't keep the ball, can we not destroy? We look a little bit lost out there on the pitch. I don't know. I need a little bit of time to get my head together. I mean, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'll do a post-mortem tomorrow morning because I need to get my head together. I need to absorb some more takes on the game, info, reassess my opinions a little bit. But what I do know is that dreadful second half, again, is killing us. Whatever we're doing at half-time, I am perplexed because we're coming out shell-shocked and so easy to get at. And I don't know what it is, but it obviously isn't good enough. Like, how are we not getting to grips with this? I wouldn't understand if it's 3 or 4 times, but it's been happening for a year. A year now, where teams just get us in the second half, even with, like, different players. It was happening last season with different players, and it's happening this season with different players. Shambolic there from me as well. Guys, I'll catch you live tomorrow. And for now, though, shocking. Be better, City. In a bit, guys.